So this is really heady stuff that we've gotten into in terms of the Supreme Court. So I'm going to try and bring it back down to ground level here. Jeff, do the people of Montana get this? Do they? What's been their response to it so far?
Yes, great question. Absolutely, we get it. And I'm going to kind of digress here a bit and kind of go back, kind of what Senator Tester was talking about and where we are today. Not only do we get this, we've known for it for a long time, Montana's history. We were so under the thumb of corruption and the corporate, basically warlords in the early 1900s. They literally, the Anaconda Company, shut Montana's economy down, put 4/5 of Montana workers out of jobs because they didn't like what a judge had done, and they wanted the governor to call a special session for their legislators to upend what the judges did. And we had to acquiesce to put those 4 out of 5 workers back to work in the state of Montana. That kind of spurred this revolution in the state of Montana, and they started working on corporations are not people. Corporations shouldn't be spending in politics. They shouldn't be bribing our legislators. We have to take control back. And they worked for years to pass the Corrupt Practices Act of 1912. And they passed that by 76% in 1912 and ended corporate money in politics. And fast forward, and we had that all the way through Citizens United. Fast forward to Citizens United, 2010. Citizens United passed the Corrupt Practices Act, no corporate spending in Montana for this 100 years. And when Citizens United ruling came down, Western Tradition Partnership sued the state of Montana to say Citizens United makes the Corrupt Practices Act unconstitutional. We fought that through our Supreme Court. The Supreme Court agreed with Montana, said yes, corruption is a real thing because of our history, and upheld the Corrupt Practices Act. An American Tradition Partnership took the control of the case and appealed it to the U.S. Supreme Court, and the U.S. Supreme Court found that the Corrupt Practices Act was in fact unconstitutional because of Citizens United, and that was 2012. Know what Montana did in 2012? Again, we, a very purple state, red and blue, but because of what happened in 2012 with that ruling, we put basically a policy statement on the ballot in Montana that basically said, I-166, that corporations are not people. It is the policy of the state of Montana that corporations are not people and therefore cannot yada, yada, yada. And we passed that, 75% of Montanans in 2012. So a 100-year span, we've done that. So,
that's consistent, 76, 75%.
Yep. Yeah. And fast forward to today, and what we've seen because of this, and we said people get it, of course they do. They've been kind of what's happening in this last 15 years since this flow of money. And one of the statistics I'd like to use, just Senator Tester kind of spoke on it a little bit, but this independent expenditure spending, pre-Citizens United, 2008, a Senate race. This almost sounds comical. This can't be true, Mangan, but it is. $38,000 in independent expenditure spending in federal races in 2008. In Tester Sheehy and the Tester race in 2024, $180 million. That's a 5,000 plus increase in independent IE spending just in that race alone. So Montanans get it. Montanans see what happens. And when we talk about the Montana plan and we talk about the power versus rights, we all have this aha moment. We do it in 3 slides. We've been doing community events, and we talk about, okay, we're going to take the power away from corporations to spend in our elections. The next slide says, but Mangan, don't we already have laws and rules and regulations in place that talk about campaign finance, and some have even been overturned by the Supreme Court? Yes, but that's rules and regulations on a power we've already given them. And when they think about that, oh, that's right. What we're doing is taking that power away so that right no longer applies. And when they get it, and everybody stands up, applauds, we're going to do this. Doesn't matter what the political party is, they get it.
That's great. So what are the next steps in Montana? We